Hello!
Hey! We're
How
live.
are we
We think we
all?
are.
We
I always like it when somebody puts a comment there so we know we're definitely working. But hopefully we are.
Hopefully we are.
No drink tonight.
No,
Just our hot
tonight.
chocolate.
I've got work in the morning.
Yeah, he's got to be good now. No alcohol. So I'm not having any in sympathy. So we're having hot chocolates, but I'm freezing anyway.
Why can't I find it on here?
What are you trying to find?
This.
What's on there?
I'm obviously not invited.
So hello everyone, and today we're again happy to take anything on Marella. Any questions you have on Marella, we're always happy to try and answer them. We have said tonight we'll sort of briefly talk about entertainment because we love the entertainment. Lots of going on around the ship. So should we start with the main one, the theatre?
Yes.
2 shows, twice nightly.
2 shows, twice nightly.
Weird, right?
We always go to the early one because we like to eat early, then the
Yeah.
show, and then we got time to drink. Everything sort of works in patterns then. Otherwise, we'd have quite a bit of distance between us eating and the show at night, wouldn't we?
All the theatres on that we've been on the Marella ships are lovely, though, aren't they? They're really nice theatres.
Goodness, yes.
Lots of seating.
I mean, I've seen some on other ships and people moan about them. I don't think you can moan about Marella. Like, the positioning's good, the seats are good.
And I think the nice thing is that you don't have to book. I know certain ships, because they've got more theatres, but they're not as big. So I know some of the ships you have to pre-book your times. Well, the great thing is with Marella, you don't, because the theatre's so big. You can just turn up whenever you like.
You can. Guys, I noticed someone's put a thumbs up. Make sure you put a thumbs up. Diane, hello.
Hey, Diane.
Nice
how you doing?
Good to see you. I'm glad someone's on. I can't seem to get on the live stream on my computer.
Oh dear, well I hope no one else is having the same issue.
Alex, hello.
Hi Alex.
It's probably because Mike's done something like he usually does where he can't broadcast it properly.
Well, it frightens me to death because I always think I'm going to cut it off. So it's like I really want to download and try a new program, which I can do a lot more for. You're on now.
We're on.
Me up though. Yeah, there's a program that I'd really like to get, and you can do a lot more with it. So you can put the questions on the screen. You can have little clips ready to play, and I'd love to play like today with doing sort of.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we will.
This is only like the 3rd or 4th one we've done. John, hello.
Hey, John, how you doing, mate?
Chimney sweep just rang. Alex,
we'll get your priorities right, John.
Alex has come straight in with a. Is it a question? Yes, it is. Me and my husband are going on Discovery 2 on Tuesday, our first cruise. So, any tips?
Oh, Discovery 2 is lovely, isn't it?
Where is Discovery 2?
That was our first Marella one.
Alex, where are you going on Discovery 2? I'm hoping it's the Caribbean. We'll wait for that to come back. We'll tell you now. Adam, folks, hey lads, do Marella have LGBT plus meets early on the cruise? Well, the last one on the Explorer had quite a lot of LGBT meets, didn't it?
It was in the nightclub, wasn't it?
It was. I can't remember. Don't worry, Alex. We're coming back to you now. I can't remember any other LGBT stuff happening on the other ships, but Explorer, it definitely did.
Yeah, Explorer, we were quite surprised because Discovery and Voyager, we weren't aware of any LGBT events. No. But Explorer, yes, they advertised LGBT get-togethers, and I think they were early evenings.
They were early evenings. There were some other activities, though. They weren't just meets. They did stuff for LGBTs to do activities. I can't remember what they were. We didn't go on them because we were too busy out and about gallivanting, you know how it is when you're on a cruise. But yeah, I was surprised on how much they actually did.
It may well be that hopefully maybe it is something that they've just started doing, because I know they do get-togethers for solo travellers. So solo travellers, the what's the word? Customer relations. They organise events for solo travellers, and I wonder whether they've just started doing that for LGBT.
Well, it's good that they're doing it. I know that other cruise lines do it. So it's nice that Marella are leading the way with that as well.
Yeah.
Cold here. I got the door open because she's out there. Sorry, she's out there being a pain. I don't know what she's doing. So she wants to go
She'll
to the
probably
toilet.
join us in a bit.
She wants to go for a wee, but it's raining.
That's the dog he's on about.
You know what Dachshunds are like? They feel like going out.
So I just better clear that up.
Let's rewind.
Right, rewind.
Let's rewind. Alex White has said, me and my husband are going on Discovery 2 on Tuesday, our first cruise. So any tips? Diana's put me too. And Alex and Dan have agreed it's the Med via the Palms. Via Palma. Okay, I'm glad you said Palma. I thought that's Dubai.
Well, Discovery 2 is a lovely ship, isn't it? I think Discovery 2 has definitely got some beautiful areas. The minute you can walk on the ship and you go into the atrium, and the atrium is massive. And I think out of all the ships, the Marella ships, that has been the most stunning atrium. And also, I love the dining areas on there.
Yeah.
I mean, as regards to tips,
I have got a tip.
I've got a massive tip.
Go on. He's probably saying one.
First of all, we've not had it on Explorer and Voyager, but on Discovery 2, you can go into the spa and use the steam room and the sauna. In each of the changing rooms, or I don't know about the ladies' changing rooms, but certainly in the gents' changing rooms, you can walk in there, there's towels, there's lockers, and you can use the steam room and the sauna.
Can I just say that there's a problem with that? It's not great for couples because it means it's sort of segregated.
Yes, but I wanted to get to the good bit is that if you are on the ship late on your last day, you can go there and have a shower before you go for the airport. So that's what we did, isn't it?
My tip is around this as well. So what, like Mike said, you can go in there and have a shower. Yes, but also on Discovery 2, and like any other ship, they have the cabanas inside by the, I want to call it, it's not the glass house. Is it the glass house?
Yeah, the glass house.
The glass house pool. So with those cabanas, if you're up early enough on disembarkation day and you get one, you just leave your bags there, just chill out all day.
It's got curtains that come all the way around.
You can chill out, read a book, whatever. It's comfy, it's cozy. You don't get that on any of the ships. And Discovery, you really got that one right because we were so relaxed before our flight, weren't we? We had a late flight, if I remember. So we had all day chilling out there. We'd go for a shower in there. You know, we had a little hand luggage with us as well. It was perfect. So just tips.
Yeah, just a few more. Certainly, breakfast-wise, we found the buffet. We preferred the buffet for breakfast on there, didn't we? But on Explorer and Voyager, we've loved the sit-down. So make sure you try the two and see which one you prefer because, as I say, on there, we enjoyed having breakfast in the buffet.
One more tip for Alex and Diane, okay? The Crazy Golf upstairs is really fun.
Especially in high winds.
Much better than the other ships. But the tip for you is do it drunk.
Or in the when it's really windy on the top, it's brilliant fun because the ball goes anywhere that you don't want it to go. So we had a great laugh doing it in a high wind.
Come on. Coming in.
And anything else? The specialty restaurants were all pretty good on there. We enjoyed our meals in all of them. Oh, she's come in. She's here.
She's in.
She's not going to be left out. There we go.
She wants her bed.
Oh, she's in her bed. She's coming where I can give her some fuss. Yeah, the specialty restaurants were good on there.
They were.
Particularly surf and
It was difficult, though, because we were there Christmas time, so things were a little bit different. But I hope that's answered your questions for you. If you've got any more about it, chuck them in the.
I might come up with a few more
comments
as we go on. We'll see.
So Alex has the mail. That's good to know. Only done celebrity so far. Oh, lovely. Well, I'm glad that celebrity do it because we are looking for a new cruise line to do after we've finished Marella. Celebrity might be one that we consider. And I always like cruise lines that support the protected characteristics. So happy days. Right.
Can I just say a big thank you to everyone that hit the like button? Thank you.
Thumbs up, everyone.
Really helps us. So thanks for all those likes.
Right. So we have got Adam. That's good to know. Okay, Adam, thanks so much. No worries. John Freeman. We have booked the Heist. Ooh, and the Lock In on Voyager after a difference of opinion. $16.95 a pop. Trust me, it's good value. I've been doing LGBT XYZ about 3 times a week. Interesting.
Let's first of all go back to the Heist and the Lock In.
Okay.
We absolutely loved both of those. Particularly, I think the Lock In was our favourite, wasn't it?
I think John's seen our videos on it.
Yeah, I'm sure you have, John. But
we
loved it. And get dressed up. We didn't get dressed up, but I think it's getting more popular. I've seen some brilliant photos of people that have dressed up to go to it, and I think you'll just immerse yourself because it's a total immersive experience. You're part of the show, but you're not forced into anything. So don't panic that you're going to be dragged up or forced to do something you're not. It's just a brilliant, brilliant night. Great fun. And we're massive fans of the Heist and the Lock In.
Love them.
Brilliant.
But I think we're fans of because we allowed ourselves to be sort of immersed into it. We would. A lot of people go there and they're like quite distant. They don't want to be pulled up and they don't want to have this sort of stuff. We were with it. We were loving it. And I think because of that, though, it made it more fun.
But the minute we went in the door, there was 4 of us because we were with our 2 friends, and they just christened us the 4 burly men, gave us all our individual names. What were you? Were you Manitou?
No, I was Goliath.
Goliath.
No, Jack was Goliath.
Was Goliath. I was Father Christmas because I was a bit more grey.
I think I was just David because David.
No, you were Minotaur.
Just have one eye right there.
I'm sure you were.
Probably was.
I'll watch the video back.
I probably was. Okay, and I've been looking on here, John. Yes, you're right. They do quite a lot of LGBT-friendly things on board P&O. So that's also something good to know for anybody that wants to do a cruise. They also do LGBTQ cruises on P&O, as do many cruise lines. So it's worth looking out for those if you want to immerse yourself in that sort of culture.
Well, I think certainly next time we go, we should go and try it out. So I think we'll definitely go to one of the meetings next time if they have them. But like you said, we've done 3 Marella cruises and 3 of their ships. So it's time for us to try a different company, even though we don't really want to.
And remember, we need your suggestions because it's very difficult for us to choose because we love Marella so much and we're so worried that the next cruise we do, we're not going to enjoy. So,
Adam said, I think an all-gay one would be too much. I think it would for us.
I agree. I mean, we're of a certain age now. Okay, I know I look about 22. But, you know, I'm in my 40s. He's in his 60s. I think clubbing till the early hours of the morning has passed for us. So I'm not sure what a gay cruise would entail. I would imagine a lot of alcohol, a lot of dancing, and a lot of outfits, but that's not me. So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
If anyone's watching from a cruise thing, give me a free one and we'll see where we go.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one
day we'll get to do a gay cruise.
Can you imagine him with massive wings on, like? Yeah,
I'd love it
because it happens.
I'd love it.
Weekend. Yeah. Right, where are we?
Give me wings.
Good evening. Sorry, I'm late. Oh,
evening, GJ.
GJ, hello. I want to know what the first name is. So I call you by your first name. John Newton. Hi guys, we're on Explorer in April and doing. And going Voyager next year. Is it better? I just found your channel. Keep up the good work. Oh, John, thank you. Right, first things first, John. Before Mike jumps down my throat, I have to explain something to you. Explorer is a lot older than Voyager, right? A lot older. So when it comes to what's better facilities-wise, because they're the same ship, remember that Explorer and Voyager are the same ship, just styled differently. Voyager is a lot more modern. However, it depends on what you like. For me, it's Voyager all the way. There are a few things on the Explorer that probably beat the Voyager.
Well, I mean, I have to say that we've done 3 ships. We've done Discovery 2, Explorer, and Voyager, and they have all been really good. We have loved each of our cruises. Each of the ships are different in different ways. Yeah. If I had to put a favorite, it would be Voyager. And I don't know why, because as I say, each has got their own pluses, and Discovery 2 is just a lovely, lovely ship, and it was so easy to navigate around. And it was our first Marella, so it was special. And the itinerary that we went on, doing sort of Cuba, Costa Rica, Colombia, it was an amazing itinerary that I don't think they do anymore. I was looking at the brochure the other day and I couldn't see it anymore, and it was brilliant.
It was
Explorer was, we had fun, but Voyager to me was the best. Silver Fork is an amazing restaurant. If you do any of the dining on there, do Silver Fork. The food was outstanding. So
let's just quickly tell John about the difference between Voyager and Explorer when it comes to the buffet, because they are very different in themselves. This is where it might swing it. Okay, so I liked the Voyager in the kitchens concept, where you've got different eateries in different places. So if you want a Chinese meal, you go to the Chinese section. If you want a Greek meal, you go to the Greek section. On Explorer, it's your hands down buffet. So you queue up and you go in through the queue and you're taking bits of what you want. Some people prefer that. There's been a lot of slating of the kitchens. I enjoyed it. He didn't so much.
I think it's a bit Marmite. You're either prefer it or you won't. Some people like that it's more hygienic. I just found it so bitty, and I found I was having to go to 2 or 3 different stands to get everything I wanted. And at each stand, you had to queue. And then there was a communication problem. And so instead of just being able to help yourself and get the portion you want, you were having to explain what you wanted to someone else, and they didn't really, all of the servers understand you, even though they're brilliant. There's a little bit of a language barrier sometimes. For that reason, I preferred the buffet on Discovery 2.
Each to their own, I suppose. I did prefer the Voyager, though, when it came to their coffee machines. They're very modern and beautiful. The coffee there was lovely. And also their soft drinks. And the Voyager has the ice cream parlour in the kitchens, whereas the Explorer doesn't. That's a massive plus, because as anyone knows on Marella, you're paying for ice cream. So they've got the ice cream sort of like, what are they called? An ice cream shop, let's call it, on board every ship, but on the Voyager, it's free.
It's a proper card.
And they have like 20 different flavours.
There was at least 20 different flavours on there. And it was the best thing about the kitchens in my eyes. It was definitely
a plus. So, John, very hard to answer your question. If you want an honest answer from us, it's Voyager all the way.
But you will enjoy whichever ship you go on.
Don't discount Explorer. It's still a good ship. It's just a bit older, that's all. Okay?
I've just read GJ is just off the Voyager and absolutely loved it. So that's always good to hear. But wasn't a fan of the Exchange. It is Marmite. It is definitely Marmite.
Can I just say, though, it might also be the cast as well, because we had a cast that when I say fall in love, that sounds weird, but we fell in love with them like from day one. They were great, and we met them in a bar when they were not on duty, and they were just fantastic.
They were just so
it's the staff as well as it's the cast.
I think it definitely won't be for everybody, and I think we would always say just book one, and then if you love it, the one, you will love the second one. If you don't, then you won't. Of course, you take the chance that you won't be able to get in because spaces are limited. But we absolutely love the Exchange. But I do get it will not be everybody's cup of tea, and that's all I can say on it. Really, love it or hate it.
At the end of the day, I think that Marella needs to do more like this on their other ships. Is there alcohol in this? On their other ships, because I think the Voyager has got something special there, and I think they need to spread that throughout the other ships because it's lacking on Discoveries and Explorers. My opinion.
Yeah. Oh, but we will say on Explorer, we had the biggest surprise with the speciality dining, didn't we? We do not eat fish, and we would no way ever think we would go to a sushi bar. And because our 2 friends that we went with love sushi, we thought, there are non-fish options, so let's go and give it a try. Oh, my word, if you're on Explorer, don't miss Umi Sushi. Brilliant value for money. Probably, although Dining Club was very good, Umi Sushi was brilliant.
It was good. And
so we would say go, even if you're not a fish eater. The non-fish options are brilliant.
Adam has put, I think an all-gay one would be too much for me. I think it'd be too much for anyone. Adam. We're all too old for this now. Right, Alex has put, what's the Coral restaurant like on Discovery 2? We booked that one. Right, this is a tricky one for us. Let me start with my opinion, because Mike's might be a little different. Now, when we went on Discovery 2, they must have been having some sort of issue with their aircon, or they were just being tight, because it didn't feel like there was aircon much on the ship. Now, we were in the Caribbean. It was midsummer there. It was absolutely boiling. And we went for curry in a restaurant that is all glass. And it was hot. I was sweating. The food wasn't that great. I'd really put Coral to bed, if I'm honest, until we went on Voyager. But that's a different story. So for me, when we went on Discovery 2 and went to Coral, I didn't like it. But that was 2 years ago, maybe. Maybe things have changed.
December 22, so yeah, it's been a while. I mean, I have to say that Voyager was Coral on Voyager. They had a different menu, and so what I wasn't aware of was that on Explorer they didn't have the same menu as Voyager. Now on Voyager, I had something called the Thalia curry, and it was like 4 curries that came sort of in 4 different dishes. and it was absolutely superb. So definitely on the Voyager, don't miss Corallar, and just hope they've got the Talia curry. Now, when we went on Explorer, I really hoped or thought they would have the same menu, and they didn't. They had the same menu as Discovery 2. And they didn't have, like on Discovery 2, we had the korma, the chicken korma, but that wasn't on the menu in Explorer. There was 4 other curries. And apparently someone has told me that the menu changes every couple of nights, which I found a little bit annoying, because when you book it online, you don't get shown the menu. So it's a little bit of potluck what menu you get. But it was good on Explorer, and I would imagine Discovery 2, we were affected because the air conditioning. But hopefully it's good.
It is good. Right, so moving quickly on, GJ. You have put the kitchens was good, better for breakfast and lunch. We used main dining room for evening. Well, to be quite honest, we used the kitchens probably for our late night snacks and lunch. I think
you 3 had it for late night snacks. I didn't indulge.
Has anyone noticed how much weight Mike's lost, by the way?
It's coming off slowly.
So yeah, the kitchens was great for lunch. It's really good for lunch because obviously I love a salad. They have a great salad cart there. The girls are fantastic. But we really had breakfast and main dinner in Latitudes and Vista, didn't we? I mean, Latitude and Vista are always our favourite restaurants, like especially Vista. Vista for me is like a speciality. I love it. I mean, I think I've done that menu, well, till the cows come home.
I would be interested, having done Discovery 2, breakfast. I mean, I love my breakfast, and preferring the buffet for breakfast on Discovery 2, and then going on to Explorer and Voyager and preferring the sit down. I think the sit down on those 2 ships was amazing. And I'd love to go back now to Discovery 2 and just see, were we missing a trick with not having breakfast in Vista, because breakfast on the other 2 were brilliant.
They were.
And it's nice to be served at the table, and the services.
It just feels a bit more special, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In the morning, especially with the boys. It's like when we sat there, it was a good place to have a chat. Yeah. When you're in a buffet, you're up and you're around, and not for me. GJ has did all the specialty restaurants and really loved them. I'm taking you mean on Voyager, GJ, because
they were also on Voyager.
It was a different level. It felt like they really gone up a whole level from the Explorers and Discovery ships. I absolutely loved them.
Well, I have to say, I mean, the Silver Fork was the best restaurant we've been on any of the ships, I think. Although the dining club was there.
Yeah, Silver Fork was up there. It was probably one of the best ones we've been to. The dining club, for me, a lot of people said bad reviews about it, but
no, it was
for me, it was perfect.
Yeah,
it was great.
I loved it.
And of course, the Corallar there was absolutely amazing. Oh, you've only done the Voyager. I see. Okay. Well, you need to keep your eyes peeled, because I'm pretty sure. I thought it was Discovery. One of them is due. I'm going to check now. One of them is due to go into the dry dock and have a full upgrade. And I'm just going to check. So if Mickey keeps talking, I will have a quick check to see which one it is, because I would recommend you do that, because as soon as they have an upgrade, things are going to get better on these ships now. Because when you look at the ships that are coming out now, especially with P&O and stuff, Marella have to start up in their game. They're using an old method that they were using for about 6 or 7 years, probably older than that. They need to start coming forward now. So I reckon Discovery will be the next big one.
I think that's probably why, I mean, Voyager had just not long been sort of refitted. I think when we went on it had been in service about 5 months. So they had spent a bit of money, and you can see on the Voyager where they've spent the money. Certainly the kitchens, they've spent a lot of money. The exchange, really well done out. Silver Fork is lovely. So they've done sort of, you can see where the money's been spent on the Voyager, and it was up to scratch. I was still a little bit disappointed with the cabins, mainly the lack of plugs, wasn't it, with Voyager?
Yeah, it was really bad. I remember on Voyager we had 2 sockets.
One.
Was it 1 socket?
There was 2, but it had got a plug in with 2 USB in there, and you couldn't take it out. So we did have the fridge though, but you literally had 1 plug. So we always say to everybody, if you're going on Voyager, take an extension lead, because it is definitely lacking there.
I'm just looking on here, Mike, and
the nice thing on Voyager, though,
just cut me off there.
Sorry, the nice thing on Voyager, well, it's just come to mind, is you've got the glass shower screen, whereas on Discovery 2, it's still the curtain. But I have to say, the curtain didn't bother me as much as I thought it would.
Bothered me. For some reason, when I'm in the shower with the curtain, it's like a vacuum goes on, and it just like comes into me and sticks. Oh, horrible things. But I'm so glad that the Voyager and Explorer ships all have glass screens. So,
well, there you go.
What we done? What we got here?
So GJ did all the specialist restaurants and love them. I'm glad that's backed up what we said. Really, for us, it's if we want a like extra special night, then we'll go to. We like to try the speciality restaurants, and I think overall they're good value for money.
Right. So first of all, let me just quickly answer this before I move on to this. So GJ has put the staff were saying Voyager was in dry dock October for 10 days. It needed because the problem with the Voyager was they'd really rushed to get that ship out. There were some parts of that ship that hadn't been touched, that were still old. There was a lot of problems with it, even their aircon system and sanitary system. So that's probably what they've got in and they sorted out. So fingers crossed the Voyager is running smooth. Just a quick one on this. I've read an article that was released in June stating that Marella Discovery 2 is about to receive a refresh ahead of an exciting winter season and beyond. So it looks like the next one up for it is going to be Discovery 2. So because I remember it was Discovery 2. Yeah. There was a few rooms that had been done as like a pilot room to sort of show off, and they looked absolutely fantastic. So if they do that, I know where I'm going next. Discovery 2. It's got to be done because it's going to be coming in for the next season. Going to
I'm a little bit gutted because the Discovery 2 used to go to Asia, and they've stopped doing the Asia cruise at the moment. I think because of the troubles in the Middle East. So I'm a little bit gutted because we might have got to go on Discovery 2 again, and we'd love our friends to come with us onto Discovery 2 because they haven't seen it and it's totally different to the Explorer and Voyager. And I think, as I say, looks wise, some of the areas in there are stunning. The glass house is amazing. I didn't mention that.
I just wish they'd be able to take the roof off. I know they can't in the glass house, can they? It's on the Explorer ships and Voyager ships.
But they never do. Well, we've never been on Explorer and Voyager. They can remove the roof in the summer house. And what's it called is it the Mediterranean bar or something on the Explorer? The roof will come back, but we've never ever seen the roof opened, which is a little bit of it's a shame really, because I've seen pictures with the roof off and it looks lovely.
It does. Just quickly say, Alex, I do apologise. I didn't see you put on there it's Discovery 2 that's getting done. So yes, you are right. And can I just quickly say that it says in here, the range of cruises teased for the refurbished ship include 4 new itineraries with ports in Spain, Portugal, and Cyprus. Her upcoming voyages are also focused on destinations that are proven to guest favourites year in year. So we don't know where that's going to be. That's only given 3. So we're hoping a 4th one might be something quite spectacular. But we will see.
Yeah, because where's the Discovery 2 going this year instead of Asia? I don't know. Because they do the Canaries during the winter, and I think they certainly do the Caribbean. I think there's a couple of the ships go to the Caribbean.
But in a typical look, in November, it's sailing from Malaga. Where are we going in November?
Oh, you were going to Malaga in November.
Right.
Not a cruise, though.
So, GJ has put, I bought and took the extension you showed us. Worked a treat.
Oh,
I'm so
brilliant.
glad. Can you imagine if it didn't? You'd hate us. We knew it worked for us, so I'm glad it worked for you as well. So
I love the fact that it's got, was it 2 USBs and 1 USB-C, which was so useful.
Aren't the plug sockets like multi-use?
Yeah, you can use European or British plugs in them. So yeah, I'm glad it was useful to you, and that was helpful. So always good to have some feedback on things we're recommending.
Oh, John has put the Chewy Cruises account login has crashed today, according to any members on Voyager Facebook group. Deleted abusive comments. Are you managing that group now,
John's managing, he's managing Marella Voyager group. So if you're going on Marella Voyager and you haven't found Marella Voyager group on Facebook, go look at the Marella Voyager Facebook page, because there's lots of information on there, and John does a cracking job, or he's just taken over, so I know he's going to be doing a cracking job.
John's our knowledge, our brain.
Yeah,
when
John
we don't know
knows a
answers,
lot.
John knows them, which is great for us because, like I said, we're not pros. We're only doing this to sort of like share with you our experiences, that because we love it. We love Marella, so this is why we started doing this. So John is the person that knows a lot of things. So John, stick with us.
Right. Does that next one? How does the Explorer compare with the other two ships?
Chris Ludgate has put, how does the Explorer
compare
with the ships?
I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the ships. They're all good, and you will enjoy your cruise.
That's a hard question to answer, Mike.
It is,
because we've not done Explorer 2. And Explorer 2 is adults only, and that's going to compare a whole different way.
Yeah, but he says Explorer with the other two ships, so I presume that means Explorer.
Voyager and Discovery.
Oh, Voyager and Discovery. So, yeah, we've not done Explorer 2, which the benefits are is that that's adults only. So we perhaps would be worth doing that one sometime.
Yeah.
But you're going to enjoy any. We have found little faults, nothing major with all of the ships. But at the end of the cruise, we look back and think, do you know what? It doesn't matter because it was just brilliant fun.
I do have one fault.
Go on.
Discovery ships, to me, are designed better because they flow through every level. Whereas Explorer ships, you might have to go across halfway, down some steps or up some steps to go across to come back down again. It's a little bit of a maze up and down stairs. Whereas Discovery, it's just after. What's the front bit called? The front to the back. You can just walk all the way through each floor. And there's a central lift as well, the glass lift on Discovery as well.
And I will say also another fault with Marella is they don't do a loyalty scheme, and I think it's shocking that they don't reward people, because we have done 3 now, and we love Marella. We obviously, those of you that have seen our channel know that on the whole we're really positive about Marella and say do it, because they're brilliant fun. Their ships, the ethos is all about having fun, and it doesn't matter the little faults here and there. We've come away from every cruise on all of the ships thinking, we've had such a good time. We want to do it again, which is why we're finding it so hard. I mean, obviously we can't book a cruise at the moment because Dave's training, and it's so frustrating because I can't wait to have a cruise booked again. But as soon as Dave's finished his training, which will hopefully be early next year, then we will be able to sort something.
Chris Ludgate has also put, have you been on Explorer? Yes, Explorer was our last cruise that we did, and I really enjoyed it. Chris, go onto the channel. There's quite a few videos. I think we've done a ship tour on there, in a nutshell ship tour. Yeah. Really good way of sort of like getting your bearings on the ship. I do some commentary on that with my views. Doesn't mean it's going to be your views or anyone else's views, but it's quite a good little video to have a little look at. So jump on and have a little look at the Explorer video. Yeah.
Yeah. There's, I mean, the Explorer's a lovely ship again. There's some lovely areas. We love the bar, the open air bar at the back of the ship. Lovely place to go after the theatre for an evening drink. Definitely try and do the silent disco. That is brilliant fun. And there's lots to do on the ship. There's some great bars, the Squid and Anchor. There's always things going on.
I'm smiling because John's giving me major abuse. We'll get to that in a minute.
I was smiling before because I saw it before you did.
Let's start with Diane's. Diane has put, would you do the Caribbean again? Just booked 2026 on Discovery 2 from Cardiff. The answer to that is simply yes. We've done the Caribbean 3 times now.
Yeah.
So we've done virtually every island, but there are some places that still have to be done, and there's some places I still like to revisit. Yeah. So the answer to that is yes, and I would do it on a Discovery 2 because I thought it was a great ship. But this time, I think, knowing what I know now, I think I'll be trying to get one of those beautiful suites, those special ones at the top.
Well, for those of you that have seen the bargain cruises, there is I put one on this month and just a few days ago, but it was going Monday, so there ain't no time to get it now. But it was for a grand suite, and it was, I think, £1,200
on the Voyager.
No, it was on Discovery, I think. But brilliant price. And there's also at the moment a repositioning cruise that's due in November that's going from, I think, Palma across to the Caribbean, and that's 11 nights. And that currently there is a code that is still working, and it is reduced from something like 2,500 to 1,300. But if you put Wave 300 in, It should be expired, but I put it in when I put this video out.
Why are you
a few
whispering?
days
Marella
ago.
can't hear you.
No, they might do. Somebody might be watching. And it still works. So it gave another £300 off. So for £1,000 each, you could do this repositioning cruise. And it called at places like Madeira, Gibraltar. I think it goes across and does St. Lucia and Barbados. But yeah, 11 nights, about £1,000. But you couldn't cope with it because it got 5 sea days across the transatlantic.
Not only that is, all the sea days, I'd be eating. I'd be massive by the time I got off the, I was going to say plane then, off the boat. Right, John has put, we invested in flat caps and braces for the exchange because some folks kept posting about Peaky Blinders. Now find it's 1920 scene.
Was that us?
What's a slapper dress?
Was that us, John?
It was. It might have been us.
But that's what people were wearing.
They were like flappers.
Yeah,
and
they were
like,
flappers. And then the blokes have got Peaky Blinders. Even the waiters are dressed as Peaky Blinders, aren't they?
Did you?
Well, that's what it was on ours. Maybe it's evolved.
John has put 11.4 thousand. I take it, John, that is the members of the Voyager
Marella
group.
Voyager
That's
group.
a lot of members, isn't it?
It is, and it's a lot to sort out and to keep control of.
John used to be a seaman.
Say that.
Go with an open mind and open wallet. My philosophy, very true. Stern and bow, Dave, you heathen. I know. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Do you realise what I've got to learn in my new job? It's a nightmare. Group cruise.
Yeah, maybe in the future we'll put
a group. Do you know what? You say that. I said it last time, and I think it would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it would.
To do a group cruise where everyone gets to know each other and have a total party.
What's that party one? That special one they do?
The sunset.
Sunset, yes.
The sunset, something like that. It's very expensive. Have you seen that?
Oh no, it's only a few days as well, isn't it?
If you were born in the 70s, 80s, or 90s, I think you would appreciate those sorts of.
Oh, there was me going 60s.
Well, no. Yeah, but it's about the music, isn't it? It's about the music. It's like 80s and 90s music.
Yeah.
So be good fun.
But maybe at some point in the future we'll definitely put a cruise out, and anybody that wants to come along. We ain't paying, but anybody that wants to come along,
at least kick it off.
Are you all right, darling?
Chris has said, does the Explorer have the exchange? Can kids go there? Unfortunately, no. The Voyager owns that one. There isn't anything like it, and I'm pretty sure it'd be too late for kids.
No, because the first one's at R6, but I think it is
R6.
I think it's no kids because of the alcohol.
Yeah,
you get
it's
adult
with it. It's an adult thing, Chris. But
like I presume you can go in any night that the show isn't on. But I think they do. When it started, they only did it 2 nights a week, and I think they've had to increase it to 4 because it's so popular now.
Yeah.
So no, it's not on Explorer, which I think is whether they'll bring it on eventually. I don't know.
Hopefully,
but it was good because the cast that did the exchange also did a murder mystery one day, so that was quite good fun.
It's good fun. But the thing is, remember on the Explorer, you won't know this yet. On the Explorer, they haven't got the bar on the Voyager is on the 8th floor, so it's the top of the atrium, and it's sort of like a separate. On the Explorer, it's just a library area
and a games room
Yeah, so they haven't turned that into a bar. It's just a very chill out area. Whereas it's a bar on the Voyager. GJ has put, apart from the odd person, everyone we met were lovely on the cruise and the Voyager. We can't wait to book another one. The staff were incredible. Ooh.
That's just how we feel. It felt, isn't it?
I want the dirt. GJ, apart from the odd person.
There's always
someone on a cruise that you don't like.
I mean, I have to say that we feel exactly the same, don't we? We have just loved the whole experience of Marella. The people are much friendlier. We did Celebrity, and people don't talk to you, or they didn't on that cruise like they do on Marella. Everybody just wants to talk, and it's so friendly. And we've not witnessed any bad behaviour,
no loutish behaviour.
Not to say it doesn't happen,
but I would like to think that Marella would really address it if it was happening. So fingers crossed it never happens, because it does have a bad name for itself, Marella, and I don't know why. You know, we've been on theme. We've loved every single one of them.
Do you know? I think a lot of it is down to snobbiness.
Yeah, it is, because let's remember when we first went on a cruise in 2000 and whatever it was. I think cruising back then was very much a bit hoity-toity. We got asked quite a few times, what do we do as jobs, that sort of stuff. Having to wear the tuxedo and stuff. Now I know some people love that. I don't want to buy a tuxedo for wearing it twice on a cruise.
We've got one hanging in our wardrobe, and we wore it 14 years ago.
But that's
and
not,
I think we've worn it once since.
We're not saying that going on a celebrity or going on Cunard and that is snobbish. We're just saying that in the old days, before now, there's a whole new movement with cruises. I think now there's young people cruising.
I think it's far
trendy.
more relaxed and with the dress code. Yes, it's like Marella's good because they do a dress to impress night, but you don't have to go mad with it. I mean, some people come out in their nice sort of dresses and sparkles and gents wear suits, but not everybody. We just wore nice dress shorts and a polo or a shirt. Yeah, I did.
I wore trousers, thank you very much.
Well, I wore dress shorts.
Wasn't dragged up.
No, I didn't take trousers.
You wore trousers.
Oh, I did.
Trousers
but not. But I would go in.
I wore trousers and a shirt, and I didn't wear braces, did I? No, I just wore. Oh, was that you? I thought that was the dog.
No, that's me. I've got a moving leg that won't stop moving.
Enough of that. Let's go on to Chris. Okay, we're going on the Explorer at Christmas to 25 Paris Islands. Oh, Chris, we love that.
I want to go away Christmas every year.
We love Christmas. Christmas was so chilled out. It was really well organised. And Paradise Islands, it was one of our favourite itineraries, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We loved
it. I mean, being away at Christmas, we did it in 2022. And we weren't sure what to expect because we've always been with family, but we felt like we wanted a change. And as I say, I really wanted to give it a try. And being on the ship at Christmas, you've got the decorations, you've got the staff with their hats and getting in the mood. You've got sort of Christmas show. And of course, Christmas dinner was wonderful. We spent Christmas Day on the beach in Costa Rica. And it was just something. We sent messages to home, recorded on the beach in Costa Rica with our Christmas shirts on and hats, didn't we? And it was just so special being away for Christmas. And I'd do it every year if I could, but family calls.
And I did have a Christmas present, so did Michael, but unfortunately my Christmas present never manifested because I got Coldplay tickets off Michael and things fell through.
We don't have a lot of luck with concerts. We booked Elton John and it was cancelled twice.
Yeah. Celine Dion, then she got that illness.
And then she got the illness. Coldplay, the tickets never came through.
Nightmare.
So anyway, we've given up with concerts.
We digress. Moving on. Stephen Brown. Oh, I was not Stephen Dunn Brown. Stephen Brown joining Voyager on the 5th of December for the Taste of the Tropics and Paris Islands
cruises.
This will be our third Marella cruise. Really looking forward to it. Keep up the good work. Oh, cheers, Stephen.
So we don't need to sell Marella to you. You obviously love it as we do.
We actually, that was probably about the same time. We went December time. Loved it. Voyager was really well decorated, such fun, and like we just said, we love that itinerary.
Well, what we love is that there's so few sea days with Marella. We did, I think, 12 islands on those two cruises, and the islands are just amazing. And we visited some fabulous places. We did our own things in some of the places. You know, we researched and looked where we can get to from the boat. You know, we did a couple of water taxis to beaches. But we absolutely love those cruises. Brilliant fun.
Yeah, sorry, the dog's doing that thing where she's sleeping, but her eyes are all inside out like that. Bless her. John has answered Chris saying it is age restricted, and it's 6:30 and 9 p.m. So thank you, John. I told you, John.
I think so because it makes sense because as part of the price you get three. I can't say 3 and 3. You get 3 free alcoholic cocktails.
3 free.
Yeah, say it for me.
Harold has put, hi guys.
Hi guys. Hi guys. I Harold.
Harold, it's hard. I'm not going to lie. TFW really ensure that you know what you're doing, and it's very safety led. So fair play to them. They put me through my paces, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it well, and I'm passing my assessments.
Top of the class this week.
Behave. Anyway, Rivs68 has put, hi guys, totally off topic. Me and my partner went to on the Explorer 2 visiting Cuba. Cuba last year. Amazing. I know you did the same cruise, just interested if you had any issues entering the US islands you visited. We didn't. I remember with Cuba, you had to take your passport and you had to go through a full customs to get out.
But that was all, didn't it? We didn't have to get visas. Did we get a visa? Or a pass on board? I can't remember.
I got to think of what the US islands were that we went on. We didn't go anywhere, did we?
I don't think so.
No.
We did Mexico, Costa Rica, Colombia, Panama.
Costa Rica was a breeze. It's
Jamaica.
Like you didn't even have to have a passport.
Yeah.
Like walk in and out as you pleased.
I think it was only Cuba where there was restriction to take your passport. I can't remember whether we got issued a visa on board.
Panama was passport control. I remember.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, it was
great itinerary. That was though. I love Cartagena in Colombia. That was amazing. Costa Rica.
Stunning.
I want to go back to Costa Rica. It was just everything I thought it would be and more. Yeah. And we only had a day there, so definitely want to go back to Costa Rica one day.
I'd want to go back to Colombia. Loved it. Harold put, I wore shorts and dressed to impress night. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of it.
I would as well.
You can wear what you want. I probably won't wear sports shorts though, because I know.
No, I think you've got to wear dress shorts, really.
Yeah.
Nice, smart shorts.
But no offense, if you're comfortable in those and that's what you deem to impress, then happy days. I mean, that's the beautiful thing of Marella. No one's judging you. And I love that. Right. I know visiting the US is an issue.
I think you're definitely right. I just don't think we've done an American island, did we?
I think we did.
We didn't do an American island.
No.
So we didn't meet any issues like that.
Did we do any American ones on the Virgin Islands? We didn't do the American one, did we?
No. We did the British Virgin Islands, not the American Virgin Islands. I think
we did.
Puerto Rico's American, isn't it? But we didn't do that.
No.
Not on this cruise, with Marella anyway. So, yeah, Virgin Islands. So we didn't do the US Virgin Islands.
Oh, John. I'm packing a birthday suit. Do I need to wear a tie? Well, if you do, John.
How long's the tie, John?
I was going to say, try not to share your pics on the group.
I get a tie to the floor. That might impress a few people. And put your pineapple shirt on.
Yeah, wear a pineapple tie that's long enough. Right, GJ said, we did see a fight between a husband and wife. Ooh. To be fair, though, I'd love to see that. I'd be like that with my drink, sipping my cocktail, watching. And they asked us, head of security had to come down. That was the only thing. They were banished to school. It's a nightmare because people do have domestics. And honestly, we fought, not physically. Yeah. We've had arguments on things because you're in close proximity to each other constantly every day. If you have a fallout, you can't really go anywhere. You know, you're going to be seen. I mean, I remember we had a fallout the one day. And I think we just bumped into each other when we'd stormed off, which was awkward. But yeah, it happens. But I mean, it happens on holidays as well. But I'm really glad, though, that Marella sorted it out. What are you laughing at? I don't even know.
John's had to ban somebody.
Okay.
Yes, inappropriate posting.
Oh, what? In
his Marella Voyager.
John, private message. You need to know what it was.
You've got to be more subtle, you see. Just post a picture with the pineapple shirt. You don't need to sort of put out an advert.
Virgin Islands. No, like I said, Rivs, we've only done the... hang on. John has put something... Sorry, Rivs, come back to you. You can have non-alcoholic cocktails too. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
But they're not the special ones then.
No, but I said about this on the last one. I prefer having the non-alcoholic cocktails and just add in a shot of vodka to them because they're nicer. Yeah. Don't know why. Virgin Islands, no, we've only done the British Virgin Islands Rivs, so we haven't done the American ones. On the next cruise you did, confused.
Yeah, try it. On the next cruise,
Rivs, I'm so sorry, I'm lost there.
Does he mean after the one that we're talking about to Cuba? Sure. We didn't do an American island this time. We didn't do it on our second Caribbean.
Do you know what? In a minute, Rivs, I'll pull up the itinerary and we'll have a little look-see.
I'm sure we didn't.
You need a different visa if you have a Cuba stamp, not the Esther one. Yes, that is true.
I thought, but I'm sure they issued those on board. Am I wrong in remembering that?
No, you had to get it stamped when you came off in Cuba.
Oh, right. We didn't have to have any paperwork.
John is right there. I read this before I went out on the last Caribbean cruise that camouflage is illegal on a lot of islands.
It's for their military, and you won't be.
It's not looked on very well.
No, you might be whisked off to a local prison. Definitely don't wear camo.
Oh, someone actually posted on there they were looking for
swingers.
I
thought you'd read it.
No.
That's what I say, just post a picture with pineapples.
John banned them, but also then private messaged them. with a picture of him in his tie. Right, they should be confined to the cabin. Well, to be fair, I have heard stories before that they have actually done that with spare cabins. They've separated them and they put them in separate cabins. But these days, whenever we go on a cruise, they're fully booked. I mean, we used to go on cruises before. I think they were half capacity, but now there's never any space for upgrades, you know. So we have come to the end of our questions. If you've got any more questions, pop them in there.
Shall we go back to entertainment?
We didn't really get started. Did
no. If you get chance, we hadn't done it before, but the last cruise on Explorer, we went to the show team, meet the cast. And it was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I managed, because every cruise I've been on with Marella, I take loads and loads of footage of the shows because we love the shows. And I love to put little shorts out and a medley of the shows. And I've never asked any of the cast, are you okay with this? But I was able to on that occasion. And they were more than happy. They said, yeah, we love it when we...
It's like PR,
and we've got somebody that comes on our TikTok who was part of the cast, and she comes and...
Well, a lot of them, to be fair. There was Sean, there was Charlotte.
Yeah.
There's a couple from this cruise we've just done. But it's difficult to see because they're not really employed by Marella. They audition for Marella and then they move on. So like some of the ones we got to know on the last Marella cruise, they were on P&O the year after that. So you don't really like, it's a shame that Marella can't really keep their staff and really pick good ones and like have them on their ships. So
well, we found out a lot, didn't we? Because I'd been misled. Somebody had said to me, oh no, they're not. They're nothing to do with Marella. They're an independent company that provide it to Marella. But I'm so glad we went and had a chat because they're not. They're auditioned and picked by Marella. They're put into a house for a period of time and they have to learn 12 shows because you don't get what I loved as well about Marella. When we went for the 2-week cruise, I expected to have repeat shows the second week, but they're trained to do 12 different shows and you usually get a guest artist each week. So that makes up the 2 weeks. Apart from Christmas, if you're selling at Christmas, then you will get the Christmas at Christmas at Sea.
John, can you ban him?
Christmas at Sea show each week. But other than that, the shows aren't repeated and they train together, learn these 12 shows, and then get put onto the ship that they're allotted to. Can
I just quickly say, G's done something that I really want to do, but I never get a chance to do it. For some reason, they sell out. Yeah. He's done the tour. Did you do the tour down the, I want to call it the M1. It's probably not the M1. It's like that really long. You know when you walk out of the ship and we just do half of it. The ball accounts there's a walkway that's the whole length of the ship. But he's done the actual galley as well and behind the theatre. Wow, that sounds. Really
Did you do the and the bridge? Wow, see, I'd love to go on the bridge.
M1. It was the M1.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. I've got the M1 one. Yeah, have you not heard of this?
No, I did get to sing on the stage.
No one was there.
But that's what I love about cruises as well. They don't mind you going anywhere. Obviously, I don't think they'd like me to go behind the stage or into the bridge or whatever. But pretty much, you're free to look around a ship. You know, I loved it in the fact that on the turnover day, if you want to go and see some of the other cabins, go and look. As long as you speak to the cabin crew there.
Cabin crew?
Yeah, the people that look after the cabin. Yeah. Then they're more than happy for you to go and have a look. And we looked at the suites because we were quite shocked.
I didn't know they existed.
The standard of the suites.
It annoys me because we book in-house, in store. They never once spoke to us about the different room options that were available as far as we were concerned on Marella, because we thought it was not lower end, but more of an affordable cruise company, that they just had the standard interior, outside and balcony. But they haven't. They've got literally some fantastically beautiful cabins. And I mean, they are spacious. I mean, one of the ones we looked at had a massive living room with a sort of bar entertaining area, beautiful bedroom on one side, walk-in wardrobes, and it was stunning.
I'd definitely say that it's worth keeping an eye, because I say, last week I found a grand suite that had over £1,000 off it. There were also balconies that were last minute. But not as last minute as going tomorrow, but there were balconies that were on offer at a good price. With I think one was over £700 off. So it's worth keeping an eye on Marella last minute cruises, because you do get not just inside, not just outside, you get the suites and balconies come up. So I am keeping an eye on that, and I post them whenever I see something that I think is worth getting out there. I'll post it, and I will keep trying Wave 300 until it doesn't accept it. Wave 300 was a code. They had Wave 200 and Wave 300, and basically it was a giveaway. You could get £200 off a Mediterranean cruise from November, and you could get £300 off a Caribbean cruise. And interestingly, the repositioning from the Med to the Caribbean allowed the Wave 300. Now that should have expired, but I tried it on Thursday. I think I tried it, and it was still working. So if you want another £300 off a Caribbean cruise, then use Wave 300.
But John has put when's the next live session? I think we do it every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, so not next Sunday, the Sunday after, when I will hopefully be refreshed. And also GJ has put, the only thing I'd say about the entertainment is I wish there was a couple of comedy acts. Well, Discovery 2 that we went on, there was. We had 2 comedians on.
It was a Lee Evans tribute, wasn't he? He was very similar to Lee Evans. And then we had somebody that was a bit, to me, he was a bit Norman Wisdom-ish.
Oh, remember that guy?
That was on a different ship. That was on Voyager.
Didn't like him.
No, we had one that wasn't so good.
No, but Discovery, there was 2 comedian acts on there.
And the one did a late night show, I think 11:30, which was an adult show.
Yeah.
So we didn't. We didn't go to that, did we?
Yeah, we did. I think you remember you saying it wasn't much different.
Oh yes, I was quite surprised. I was a bit. It wasn't as rude as I thought it'd be. I thought there'd be more sort of adult, but
sounds like you want to go and watch live shows.
I think that came out wrong.
I was going to say,
I didn't mean
John,
it quite like that.
Can you ban him, please? Right. So we've got.
There was none in the entire 2 weeks. I think it is pot luck, though. I think who you get, because on Explorer we were only on a week, but we had a Whitney Houston tribute act.
Yeah. Is that all we had?
Yeah, because we were only on a week, and you only get one a week.
Yeah.
And on Voyager, we had this comedian that really wasn't very fun. He wasn't very polite either. He wouldn't speak to you if you saw him around the ship. But we also had, who else did we have on Voyager? Oh, we had Sebi Mercury. The less said about Sebi Mercury, the better. I love Queen. I love Freddie Mercury. I'm going to just say I was lucky to see them at Nebworth years and years ago.
Mercury,
and I was so excited to see this tribute act to Freddie Mercury, Sebi Mercury. But wow, we didn't stay in, did we?
We'll park it there with a wow.
He was bad.
So
it is potluck whether you get a tribute or a comedian. I say on the Discovery we had 2 comedians.
Well, if you let me finish, GJ just put the cruise director did a drag show one night.
Oh,
who was it? It wasn't Scott, was it? It might have been I don't think Scott does drag. Actually, no, Scott did do drag. He did it really well on the Christmas one.
The Christmas song. Yeah. They do the 12 Days of Christmas, don't they? And he sort of played like a Dane.
Yeah, but he did it quite well.
Yeah, he was quite good.
John has put banned and battered. Thank you, John. You know what I got to put up with now. It was his assistant Lee. Okay, but was Scott your cruise director?
Scott was really good, wasn't he?
Scott was really good, I thought. Yeah, really, really well experienced. Right. Okay. So we've sort of done it. We've only got a couple of minutes left. So does anyone want us to talk about anything else before we go?
Quickly.
Scott, we like Scott. Bye, guys. Yeah. We'll have a mudslide or 2.
Oh, yes, please.
Or Diane, just invite us along.
Oh, you know I love mudslides.
Invite us along. We'll hide in your case.
I know. Oh, do you know, I'm so cold. I'm so fed up of our weather. I need a cruise. I might have to go without Dave.
I said you can. Anyone want to go with him?
But then we got the dog.
John, you and Mike.
You're away all week.
Go sport in your pineapple shirts.
Oh, I might have more joy with being on my own.
Excuse me. Right.
Enjoy the mudslides, Diane. Have a great cruise.
Yes. So I think we're going to cap it off there then. Looks like we've got a couple of minutes left to go.
1 minute. Shall we just say about our plans? As I say, we can't go on a cruise at the moment because Dave can't think about
Always
holidays
blaming
or
me,
can't book holidays at the moment. As soon as Dave knows what he's doing and can book his holidays, then we will be looking at a cruise. But we are going away in November. Dave's got a week off in November. Now, I'm really annoyed because after waiting 7 years, I had an appointment to see the neurologist. It was the first day of his holiday. I saw a cruise that was going the day before, but because I'd waited 7 years, thought I can't go on this cruise. I've got to go and see the neurologist. And guess what? Yes, I've had a letter cancelled. So I'm really annoyed that we've missed the opportunity of a cruise. But we are going. Where are we going?
We are going to Malaga because we've always wanted to go because it looks beautiful, but we're going to do a couple of videos there. We've got a lot of stuff to come out anyway. So like there's a few more videos left on Explorer to do. We've got Budapest to do. We've got
Kota coming out this week.
Oh, yes, Kota.
Oh, if you're looking for a med cruise, take a look at our Kota video. Kota is out of this world.
If you want to do the fjords, but you hate the cold weather like me, then Kota's the place to go because it's literally like a hot fjord. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing. And watch our trip to the top of the mountain in the cable car. And my Daredevil going on the Alpine roller coaster.
John said he was the doctor that cancelled you. Well, cheers, John, because we could have gone on a cruise.
7 years, John, I've waited.
I had 1 week off from work. See you in a couple of weeks again. I was thinking, are we on a cruise? Are we going to see GJ on a cruise? But yeah, see you in a couple of weeks.
GJ, so good to have you with us again.
Right, I think that's it then, guys. So thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate your support.
And I don't know what we're going to talk about in 2 weeks. Well, we'll just talk Marella, won't we?
Yeah, proctologist by trade. What's that? I'm going to Google that.
I need to start learning how to do these, don't I? Shall we put
Proctologist.
this to every? Oh, there we go. To everyone that's come and joined us tonight on the stream, we love having you with
John. Banned. Doctors who specialise in colon and rectal issues.
What you saying, John? Anyway, I've learned how to do
the worst thing is,
now,
though,
look.
Imagine he was. Right then, everybody. It's time to go because I need to get ready for work tomorrow.
We will post our next one in 2 weeks' time. Look out for Kota this week. Hopefully, when we can, we've got a bit more to come out on Explorer. I might revisit Voyager because I'd like to do another my tour of the ship, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so I think it'd be quite good to do things that you enjoyed.
Yeah.
We've done a nutshell, but we haven't done anything on there that we've actually enjoyed. So,
well, I'm working at the moment on a first-time cruisers, information for first-time cruisers. So I'm working on that one. And as I said, I'd love to do another tour, go back and revisit Discovery 2 and Voyager and do sort of more.
We were going to do a comparison one between the three.
We were, so maybe that's
be quite
something
big one,
we need to do. And so plenty to keep us busy until we get our next cruise.
Yes.
And who with, though? Whether it's P&O, NSC, NCL.
Anyone want to come?
Yeah, have a party.
Yeah, happy days. Right then, everybody.
Right.
Mwah. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Right, we're going.
I think it's a good job we're all going.
Bye. See you later, guys. Take it easy.
See you all. Take care.